You guys hear me? Yeah. Okay. Well, that was a frustrating one. Clearly, I thought the Golden State just we looked like the team that played on a back-to-back instead of them, and they rode. They shot the ball extremely well. You got to give them a ton of credit for how they played, but we have to do a much better job of what we're trying to get done. And we had some major slippage again tonight. So we got to be better. We have to be tougher. We have to be more unselfish. We have to get back to being committed to running our lanes and our spacing. We had a lot of breakdown tonight. That was very unfortunate to see. One loss. It's one loss. It's a bad loss, but it's one loss, and we go home for a nice homestead now. So we got to get this thing going again.
First question, Sean Cunningham.
Hey, Luke. How, I guess, similar was that to the second half of the Houston game, that second Houston game for you guys, and how disappointing is that coming off of a rare practice day that you guys had yesterday?
Yeah, it was very similar as far as I felt that they got into us. We knew they'd do that. They did it in the preseason. They had some good tough defenders and guys like Oubre and Draymond. They're going to push you out of your spots. And these are things we talked about and worked on a little bit at the practice we had. So it takes, again, we say that we got to be patient and keep teaching and keep continuing to get a better understanding of it. And tonight they really imposed their will on us, and we have to be better.
James Ham.
Hey, Luke, how are you? Hey, the ball movement just seems to have dried up. Yeah. What are you seeing that's causing all of that? And what are you doing with your players to try to get them to move and find open spots?
Yeah, well, we're talking about it a lot. We're showing a lot of clips on it. There's not a ton of practice time right now. It was, the main focus of what we tried to work on yesterday. But, it's a non-contact practice. The ball moves beautifully when there's only offense out there on the court and 5-on-0. So, it's disappointing because I really felt, we had a good flow going with us. It'll be nice to get Tyrese back, but we can't just sit here and wait for Tyrese to come back and be a playmaker for us. Like, we get it, that's what he does and he's good at it. But we have a lot of guys on this team that have been in the league for a while. We have to be better with that. And we have to be better with our low man defense. And we have to be better with our, when we do get open looks, we got to actually make a couple of those. When we get layups, we got to make layups. We get to the free throw line, we got to make free throws. And we shot 25 or however many more free throws than they did tonight. But I think we missed 11 of them. So we got to look to knock that stuff down.
Jason Jones.
Hey, Luke, can you put your finger on anything that kind of has led to these last 6 quarters where the ball movement stopped, and it seems like they've reverted back to some bad habits, maybe even from last season without the ball movement and just not getting out and running?
Yeah, I mean it's a little bit of a few things. I think it does start with us not getting out and running to that space. I mean, that space is where, De'Aaron is a very, he's elite at getting into the paint and drawing a crowd. But if there's not the space, then we don't get that first initial thrust. Then our besides that, our spacing has started dropping down. We've started holding the ball again instead of, look, we want you to catch. If you're open, shoot it. If you got a driving lane, drive it. If you don't have either, move it on. And that's the season goes like that with you're on a team that's trying to build and grow. Like you have some nice progress, and then you have a little bit of success, and then you take some steps back. So unfortunately, we're starting to hold the ball a lot more, and hopefully a couple tough losses like this will wake us back up and get us back to playing how we need to play.
Matt George.
Respectfully, Luke, the team looked slow and unprepared from the jump tonight. Is it fair to say that the distractions over the last 48 hours had maybe more of an impact than anticipated?
No, I don't think so. I don't think that was. I don't think that was part of our play tonight. We just played bad basketball tonight.
Marshall Harris.
Hey, Luke, you talked about slippage. When you look at that regression, I know you talked a little bit about the ball not moving as well on offense. Is it mostly offensive center where you're seeing problems right now, or do you have issues defensively? Is it both? How would you describe trying to take what you're seeing right now compared to what you saw at the beginning of the season?
Yeah, the offense and the defense, they're separate, but they kind of play off each other, right? When the ball's not moving, you don't have the same type of defensive energy. When you're not making the extra pass, then you don't rotate the extra amount on defense. So they kind of go hand in hand. Like I said, even when we were winning games, we got a lot to work on still. Like we got a long way to go. We just found a way to win a couple games by really just playing extremely hard. We had a lot of mistakes we were making even then during execution and whatnot. We were just playing our tails off and finding ways to get it done. So, it's like, again, it's frustrating, but it's, we're a team that has a lot of work to do. And when you're like that, you're gonna go through some rough patches. And the important thing is that we stick together and keep working and get through it, which we will.
Jason Anderson.
Hey, Luke, we haven't heard anything officially about Ty, but can you speak to his level of activity at this point and just sort of how things look in terms of this being a short-term or a long-term absence for him?
Yeah, he's feeling better. He got shots up before the game, which was the first time he did that. And then, like we said before, when we get back into SAC, he'll get reevaluated, and we'll have a much clearer idea of when he'll be able to rejoin the team. But as of now, we were happy to see him get out there on the court at least and be able to get some shots up before the game tonight.
Last question for Coach tonight, Sean Cunningham.
Luke, just curious about Marvin. Obviously, it was a pretty tough game for him. Maybe he had a lot on his mind. I don't know. But just how did you kind of see what happened with him today?
Yeah, I mean, it's to try to single out Marvin and say he had a poor game. That's not right or fair. I mean, you go down the list, and a lot of our guys, we just didn't play well as a team tonight. When you don't play well as a team tonight, normally there's off games by multiple people. Like I've said the whole time, Marvin's got a very bright future in this league. He needs to continue to play, continue to grow, and there's more of a poor effort by our team as a whole tonight than anything else.